So people teased me about it and I was really insecure about it for many years. Hi, so I'm gonna do a bit of a different video today. You can see we're in my bedroom and not in the living room where I usually am, because today I'm gonna talk about acne and breakouts and dealing with it. So I was inspired to do this because I just recovered from a really bad bout of breakouts, and to be really honest, acne is something that I've dealt with since I was 13. I don't talk about it very much because it's one of those things. I just am kind of sensitive about it because it was kind of traumatic having it and like having perfect skin one day and then slowly just getting a really bad bout of acne. And kids can be kind of mean and a little cruel without intending to, so people tease me about it and I was really insecure about it for many years. So this is actually probably one of the first few times I'm actually talking about dealing with acne. So drop me a comment below if you have struggled with the same. Okay, so that was in my teens, and at that time my mom actually took me to see a doctor and I took oral medication and it cleared up. And for many years I was reliant on oral medication because I just was afraid that it would come back, but you can't do that forever. So when I got off medication, it kind of was okay, and I've just had to, I guess, accept that my skin will never be perfect. So over the years, I will always get bouts of breakouts before my period, especially sometimes if I'm going through a stressful period. Also, if I try new skincare, because my skin is really sensitive on top of being prone to breakouts, so that's pretty annoying. So I try not to try new skincare, and it's just, I think I've dealt with it pretty well over the years, both physically and practically, as well as emotionally and psychologically, because if you've had acne before, you'll know that it can be quite upsetting, especially for girls. But yeah, that's it. So a month ago, for some reason, I had a really bad breakout and I didn't really understand why. I thought it was a pre-period thing, but then my period came and went and the breakout didn't, and it was really sensitive and inflamed and pretty upsetting. So I'm gonna share with you what I did, and it's been 2 months now and everything has mostly cleared up, thankfully. So I'm back to having to deal with just the occasional spots before my period or when I'm stressed. So first, I want to mention special thanks to Dr. Lim from My Medical Aesthetics. This is not a sponsored video by any stretch of the imagination. It's also because we're all stuck at home and I'm just making more videos at home, and I was just thinking I wanted to share with you my acne journey. I want to say thanks to Dr. Lim because I think with his help and his team, like Crystal and the other girls at the clinic, my skin has mostly stabilized over the years, and it's through quite a lot of hard work, guys. It takes dedication. You can't go to sleep with your makeup on and think that your skin's gonna be okay if you are prone to acne. If you are not, maybe you can get away with it, but not if you have sensitive skin. And definitely not if you have sensitive skin prone to acne. And since then, he's helped me by a number of ways. So I've been having facials, I've taken some oral medication, he's also recommended certain topical things for my skin that has really helped, and I've done a bunch of different sorts of lasers that I'll talk about later in the video. But first, let me talk about what you need to do for your skin when you have acne. The first thing you should do is to not over cleanse it. This is something that I learned the hard way when I was a teenager. I used to, of course as a teenager, my skin was even oilier than it is now. And so, I thought the harsher the facial cleanser, the more oils it would strip, the better it would be, the faster the pimples would so-called dry out. But that's not how it works. What it does is it just dries the surface of your skin, and I'm not a teenager anymore. I don't have that much excess oil on my skin, so that just makes the surface really dehydrated. And actually, as an adult, I found that it makes it worse because now my skin is not as oily, so the skin on the top will peel, and once it peels, then that will clog the pores, and then more breakouts will come out, and then the cycle just gets worse. So I think the first thing to do is to find a gentle facial cleanser and to just keep your skin clean with an acne cleanser. So let me share with you the two that I like, drugstore brands that I found work for me. This one, if you've watched my empties videos, you would have seen a lot of. I'm going to link my empties videos down below. I go through this like crazy. It started out with me being sent this by Amazon as part of like a care package, and interestingly, I had actually worked previously with La Roche for the Effaclar range, but they didn't send me the cleanser. So this is the first time that I tried it when Amazon sent it over. I was like, okay, it says for oily sensitive skin, purifying foaming gel, and then I know because I've worked and used the Effaclar products that's for skin prone to breakout, so I thought, okay, should be about right for my skin. And I find this to be really, really gentle. I'm no skincare expert. I wish I were. We try to read now quickly what the ingredients are. Shikes, have no idea. I've been reading a lot about niacinamide and all that, but yeah, don't know. I don't really know what's in this. I'm sure there's stuff like, maybe there's a salicylic acid, and maybe some sort of niacinamide thing that helps. So it just says eliminates impurities and excess sebum, leaving the skin clear and refreshed. And it has no alcohol, and it has the La Roche thermal spring water with the correct level of pH, so that kind of works for my skin. So it says it's been tested on oily acne-prone skin, and I find this great because it's really, really gentle, and it just does what it's supposed to do, which is to cleanse your skin. And that is the most important first step to taking care of acne-prone skin. So Dr. Lim and any skincare expert will tell you that you need to keep your skin clean and free of impurities and bacteria, and like I said, that does the job. Also to get rid of clogged pores. So this is another one that I really like. I'm on my second tube. This will make my empties video in the next one because I just started using this. Vichy sent this over about a year ago, and interestingly, when I first started using this, it did not work for my skin. Like it really, wow, it was really like too strong. Like basically this was really nice and mild and did the job, and this one was really, really strong. My skin got really red and inflamed, and I started peeling, and in fact the skin on my fingers started peeling as a result of this. And I was like, whoa, what is this like really strong product? And actually when they sent this over, it was when this was first formulated and first came out. Like they sent it as part of a PR package, and so I just tried it because I thought, you know, it says for oily sensitive skin, same as this one, so I thought that would be good. But interestingly, that was a period when my skin was nice, like it was actually balanced, and I think I went to screw up the balance by using this. So I stopped using it, but I started using it on when I would get spots like on my chest or on my back because I work out a lot, and I found that it really cleared it up. So I was like, okay, this is really good. It's just a bit too harsh for the skin on my face. But then when I had the breakout like a month ago, as I said, I was so desperate. Like I had run out of this, and I had bought another facial cleanser, and that I think was not helpful. So I still had about half a bottle of this left, so I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna try it on my skin, and for some reason it worked. This time around, it actually worked. Like maybe that was just what my skin needed at that point, and that's another lesson that I learned, that your skin keeps changing, and sometimes, maybe when I tried this last year, my skin didn't need it, but at this time it did. So I've done a bit of research on this, and I think it has niacinamide in it, which is like vitamin B3, and that helps. How does it help? It helps to exfoliate. It goes deep into the pores, and it exfoliates and cleans the skin from the inside out, so that kind of clears it of bacteria from the inside in the pores. And also it works, I think, to clear the surface of the skin, so it kind of clears acne marks as well. So this is one of the facial cleansers that I really like. So okay, let me talk you through some of the other skincare that I have found work for me, since we have just talked about this. The other thing that they sent over at that time was this one, so I think this is still a sample. I'm only like, you can see, like 3/4 way done. So I didn't use this at all, because when I used this together the first time and it made me have that reaction, oh, my skin hair is dropping, I thought it wouldn't work. So but this time around with this 1 month ago, that bout of acne, I was like, you know what, it's already so bad, it can't get any worse, I'm gonna just try this, and this really, really helped. It says double correction daily care, and I think this one also has salicylic acid and niacinamide, and so that works to clean the pores from the inside out, as well as to exfoliate. It's like a chemical exfoliant that gets rid of the dead skin that's sitting on the surface that clogs the pores. So using these two together really cleared my skin. The other thing that I like about this is that it is sort of like a moisturizer, so that's all I use. That's all I used for a while. I just cleansed my skin with that, and I would use this and sunscreen, and that was it. And it is nice because I think it has some very bad skincare, but some soothing ingredients, and it's kind of like a moisturizer slash treatment, so it's great for lazy girls. And the other lesson that I learned is that when it comes to acne prone skin that's sensitive, less is really more. Like, you know, I actually try not to put too much on my skin. Like, I don't have like a 10-step skincare routine where I put serums and toners and stuff. Actually, I really just pare it down to these two things, and I find that it has worked really well. So I think you should try this. Some other skincare things that I've used over the years, so you'll know that I really have struggled with acne. Papulex is an oil-free cream for acne-prone skin. So this was something that I used years ago. I find that it's great it's very mild. So it's like a really mild version of this. I would say start out with something like Papulex first. It's non-irritating. I have no idea what's in it. It has niacinamide as well. So it has, I think the active ingredient is niacinamide. That's the only one that I recognize. If you know what else is good in there, please let me know. So this one, I also used it as a sort of moisturizer, but I don't find it as hydrating as the Vichy one. So I would say start with something like this and then move up. The other one that I really liked, as I said, I worked with La Roche-Posay like earlier, way back, and that was when they launched this Effaclar Duo range. So this one I actually recommended it to my cousins and some other friends that I knew suffered from breakouts too, because it says corrective unclogging care, anti-perfections, anti-marks, anti-reoccurrence. So let me see what's in this. No English list of ingredients, but you know, we'll try and figure that out. I think this is niacinamide as well, and this worked really well for me, but then I went a bit crazy, and here's what you should not do. I went a bit crazy because that worked, and I went to get like the whole range. Like this one says Effaclar K+, and this is just Effaclar Duo, and so this one says antioxidation, anti-sebum, oily skin renovation care, and this was way too harsh for my skin. I think this would work on someone with non-sensitive skin. So the normal version worked, but this one was just way too harsh. And then, because I'm extreme like that, I went out and bought the one with SPF 30, because I was like, wow, all that plus sunscreen, so I just need one product. And for some reason, I find this to be stronger than this. Someone from the brand, if you're watching, please try to explain this to me. I don't know if the formulation for the sunscreen one is stronger or my skin is reacting to the sunscreen, but this I can use on some days, but some days when I put it on, it gets really kind of sensitive, so not quite sure. I would say buy the normal one just to be safe. Okay, so different I've used for many years, and the active ingredient is adapalene. This actually has worked for me, although it makes my skin quite sensitive. I only use it on the spots. But over the years, I find that this doesn't work as well, so I would say some of the other stuff that I recommended is better. The thing that I find really works for the big spots is Clindamycin. I think you need a prescription for this. I got this from Dr. Lim as well. So this is Clindamycin is the active ingredient. And so I put this on just on the spots. It's really spot treatment because it dries out the skin, kind of dries out the skin around it as well, which I don't really like, but it's great for like the big spots that are kind of gross. This one's great. And then I got this from Dr. Lim as well. It's by SkinCeuticals. It's a glycolic 10 renew overnight. So this one, glycolic acid is 10% glycolic acid, and it helps to cell turnover, so it helps slough off the dead skin. And I found that this has really helped me, although I'll say use this sparingly and not every night if you have sensitive skin. True story, I learned the hard way. So I use it like once every 3-4 nights, which is about once or twice a week only, and I find that this really helps. Finally, this is what I recently got from Dr. Lim, and this has been, I think, the game changer. It's a tretinoin cream, and it's called Stevia A. It's 0.05% tretinoin, and I kind of put this on all over my face thinly. So when I asked Dr. Lim, he said it kind of works like Differin, but better and faster, and it's gentler as well. So if you can get your hands on this, ask your doctor for this. Okay, so that's what I've done for at-home skincare, but I also go for facials. So at the clinic, they actually do like facials where they suck out all the impurities from the pores, and basically it is just a deep cleanse, and then it hydrates the skin. So when you want good skin or skin that's prone to breakout, just get rid of the excess dirt, make sure there's no bacteria. Also keep your skin hydrated. I think we forget that hydration actually, or the lack of hydration, makes you break out because it makes you produce excess sebum, and then also if you have flaky skin, it clogs the pores. So the facials really help with that. Also, when I'm really desperate, I take oral medication, and let me see, give you a list of what I've taken because I'm very bad with the names. Take antibiotics. I've taken isotretinoin, which is, I think, the oral version of this, and also spironolactone. So it's antibiotic, it kills the bacteria, and so isotretinoin reduces oil production, and spironolactone reduces hormonal acne. So that it does by blocking the androgen receptors, right? So it really is dealing with the hormonal acne at the level of the hormones. I think that's why people go on like the pill, which is the contraceptive pill, like Diane or Yasmin. I'm not on oral contraceptives because I don't know, I just don't want to get reliant on them, but I think that's the way that they work to control like hormonal acne. The same way as some of the stuff that I've taken. I've also done lasers at the clinic. So one is a carbon peel laser. So that is like, they put this carbon, literally like this black thing all over your face, and then they ping you with the laser and then they zap it off. So it helps inflammatory acne, and it also reduces oil production and unclogs the pores. Not gonna lie, I find it slightly painful, like a rubber band pinging your face, which I don't know. I mean, if you have a high threshold for pain, you think not very painful, but to me it's like, whoa. Yeah, but that has really helped. If you have a lot of excess oil, that really helps. I've stopped doing that because my skin is not as oily anymore as I hit my 30s. But I think if you have younger acne-prone skin, that might be really good. So I also do this Fotana long pulsed NDYAG sort of laser, and that is good for inflammatory acne as well. It's also very powerful in reducing oil production and helping the skin in stubborn cases. So that also not very fun, also kind of hurts, but I put a numbing cream, and with numbing cream, and also Dr. Lim has this blast of cool air machine, I don't know what it's called, and that really, really helps. Alright, so that's it for how I dealt with my recent breakout and how I've been dealing with my breakout all over the years. Yeah, I feel kind of weird talking about this because I've been so sensitive about it for many, many years, but it's great to be able to share this, and I hope that if you are suffering as well, this will help you, because trust me, I know how upsetting it can be and how upsetting it can be to your self-esteem. So I hope this helps. So remember to just keep your skin clean with a gentle cleanser. Make sure it's free from bacteria. Make sure your pores aren't clogged. Keep your skincare routine really, really simple. Try not to try too many new things. Try not to put too much on your face. Less is really, really more. Make sure you hydrate your skin without, like nothing heavy, but you need to make sure that it's hydrated. Even if you have oily skin, you need to hydrate. So remember that. And when all fails, please see a doctor sooner rather than later, because once you have scars and stuff like that, I'm very, very thankful that I don't. It's a lot harder to get rid of and a lot more painful because of lasers, and a lot more expensive as well. So yeah, prevention is better than cure, and I hope this has helped. Drop me a line below, let me know some of your acne woes. Also share with me any products that have helped you over the years, because yeah, I really want to know, and then we can kind of learn and grow together. Hopefully this good skin phase will last me for a while. And yeah, stay safe guys if you're at home, and remember, if you see a friend who's suffering from acne, please be kind, especially if you yourself have really good skin. It is really traumatic and traumatizing, and remember that no one actually wants to have acne and pimples. No one. Okay, so it's just something that you have to deal with. So let's try to be kind to people who are suffering from it. Please don't make fun of them. Okay, stay safe. Catch you in the next video. Bye.